Yes people, what is good? I am BA, back once again with another reaction in the Fargo series. This is episode 8 of season 2 and it is called Lop Lop. Last episode, the daughter or granddaughter character from the Gerhard family was finally put out of her misery, thankfully, after episode upon episode of her feeding information to Mike. He can no longer use her in that way because the Gerhards obviously found out one of the brothers took her out to the woods and it was a done deal. I will not miss her character. I am not mad in the slightest she was killed. She was a little rat of a human being, and while I always sympathise with addiction and people just going through troubled or confused patches in her life, as I said last episode, the particular thing which she did while in that stage was still unforgivable. Rest in peace, you will not be missed, and this gives the Gerhards a way bigger chance of winning this war now that you are no longer on their side. And the matriarch turned snitch. Mummy Gerhard decided to work with the cops. I could not believe it when she agreed to do that. I just thought she would have that no snitch policy that classic old school gangsters and any good new school criminal has, is the no snitch policy. It has to be had if you were in that world. And the fact that she's just deciding to do this because her back's against the wall, worrying about her family, it makes me think, you know, from the start I've been saying she was the best choice of leader, but just because of this sole thing she's done, she's not the best choice for leader. Any leader that thinks when the going gets tough you have to get the police on your side is a shit leader, and they'll be executed one way or another, whether their opposition finds out they're working with law enforcement or people within their own organisation who don't appreciate anybody that talks to the police. So yeah, maybe I was wrong and Dodd was built for the leadership position all along. I didn't realise his name was Dodd last episode. Obviously Ed currently has him held captive in his boot, and the whole of last episode I was like, who the fuck is Dodd? But I know the exact brother it is now. I just don't know any of the Gerhards' names. I just see them and think, boom, Gerhard family. But the names have not come to me that easy this season. But yeah, long story short, I do not think she should have got the police involved. I think this reflects badly on her now, whether she wins or loses. And I think as much as the Kansas people have been the bad guys from the start, at least they're not snitches and hypocrites like that. And yeah, the big one for me last episode was the Kansas crew told Mike he was out. They were sending in the Undertaker. We saw this Undertaker character arrive to meet Mike, very foreboding with two henchmen, and we thought for sure Mike's time was up and he was about to be killed. But Mike was not ready to go out without a fight, and he pulled out a pistol, shot the Undertaker, and him and the Kitchen Brother quickly dispatched the two henchmen. So I guess, like I said, Mike is gonna now be like the rogue element in the story, the wild card. But maybe if Ed does give him Dodd Gerhard from the boot of that car, he uses it as some sort of bartering chip to get back in the good books with Kansas. Either that or he actually talks to Dodd and uses the time and opportunity he has alone with Dodd to work along with the Gerhards to try and fight against Kansas now. Regardless, this next episode is going to be incredible just because of the way they set everything up. So of course I cannot wait to get into it, so let's go. This is episode 8 of season 2 of Fargo, Lop Lop. Let's check it out and see what it's saying to it.
Take care of this butcher. Doesn't live through the night.
Already dead, believe me, just doesn't know it.
The butcher did in fact live through the night.
When I find you, darling, I'm gonna make you bleed.
I love that Willie Nelson song. Someone is fucking killing it on the xylophone right now.
Wherever you go, yeah. Wherever you go, yeah.
Oh, it was the soundtrack. I was hoping we were going to continue following the camera through the basement till we got to the xylophone savant. Maybe in season 3. Who the fuck is that? Oh, that's the henchman that Dodd accidentally shot when he was chasing Peggy in the basement. And Peggy now has to deal with yet another body.
Have you actualized fully?
This is not the Time Life Spring Jedi. Fuck off.
Do you understand the difference between thinking and being?
If any of the shit this guy's saying is actually part of the course, Life Spring is a cult.
How is sitting here gonna help me be the best person I can be?
Well, that's a good question. Luckily, these books on Scientology have all the answers you need. For a mere $12,000, we can get you started on your first course.
Think or be.
This guy's creeping me out. Get the fuck out of her basement and let us get back to the regular story, you strange apparitional motherfucker.
It all finally makes sense.
This lady has lost her mind, brother.
It's Dodd tied up in the chair. I don't know how Ed managed to get Dodd out of the boot of his car tied up like that without a fight. I guess he must have still been passed out, because I don't think Ed would beat Dodd in a fight. Oh shit! Ed's getting a bit feisty now Dodd's tied up.
It was him. He's the leader, I think.
He likes to think of himself as the leader. Doesn't quite officially have the title yet. Well, at least they've had a car upgrade out of it all. Dodd definitely drove a classier set of wheels. Will Lou be able to arrest Dodd when he finds him? Does he technically have him on anything? I mean, besides the fact he's next to a dead body, which he did shoot.
I'm calling a medic.
Yeah, probably a good idea. This is just embarrassing.
I completely forgot he probably needed his head examined, my bad. Let me guess, a Native American guy's here. Of course he is, he's like a stalker. This guy operates around the story and pops up when he wants to. Also, why didn't the police find Dodd? Had Ed moved him again into the car? Oh shit. I can't believe they left such a big clue right on the fridge. He didn't even need to pick up some shit and smell it.
You raise your hand, wait for the teacher to call on you, but meantime, you just have to go. So bad.
Should have looked at his wallet.
But you just go.
Know exactly who we're dealing with.
They're clearly in two completely different places mentally right now.
We were stuck in the mud, emotionally, I mean, and then now, we're flying.
Wouldn't go that far, Peggy. It's nice that you're so optimistic, but you're still in deep, deep shit.
You're doing it, hun. We both are. We're actualized.
I could not deal with having a wife who spoke like that. It must be like what Gwyneth Paltrow's husband hears all the time.
Hun.
What?
Casey gets feisty.
Is that the taser she brought? It's a big taser. Poor Dodd, he's such a tough guy as well, but there's nothing he can do against the taser.
I'm gonna have fun taking her apart.
Even that smile from Ed there shows how much confidence he's gained over the last few episodes.
Little convenience store up the road. Gonna go make the call.
So this is like a little flashback to before the end of last episode.
What if they say no?
Well, then I'll show him which part's the flank steak.
Ed is living up to the butcher nickname now. This Kansas butcher ain't got shit on Ed.
I got Dad. You heard me.
I'm assuming this cop isn't Lou or Ted Danson. You better hope this cop doesn't know anything about the case.
What's on the other shoe now?
Shut up.
Oh, now that's just rude.
I don't know if I'm gonna get used to Ed and Peggy talking down to Dodd like this.
I'm not a bad guy.
You call me a whore. I heard.
He did.
When I'm free, you're gonna see the back of my hand.
Well done, Dodd. You kept up the charade for about 3 seconds there, improving. Oh my god!
What did I just see? You gonna be nice?
You're literally stabbing him! Peggy is a fucking psychopath.
You want some beans?
No.
No what?
No, thank you.
She's the scariest character in this entire season.
That's one thing. If you spend any time with me, you'll see. Positive Peggy is what they call me.
Haven't heard anyone call you that as of yet?
Stepping out into the road. Didn't even look where he was going.
No.
Poor Dodd getting spoon-fed like a baby.
You didn't want beans, didn't ya?
No, it's okay. They're good, really.
He has already developed Stockholm Syndrome.
Oh, hey, hon. I made some beans. You want some?
No, it's okay.
She is truly a bit touched as our Peggy. She's a special one.
What happened to him?
Oh, well, no. We don't need to talk about that, do we?
I want to talk about nothing but that.
Our house we had to leave behind.
She's crazy. Keep her away from me.
He is not wrong.
I'm hurt real bad.
Shut up!
They think she punctured her lung.
She might have done. She was stabbing him right in the chest. I don't know if it was that deep, but she could have done.
Just have some beans and call back.
Yeah, Peggy has went full insane this episode. I should have known with a life spring shit she was totally crazy. That's my bad.
You gotta stop stabbing him.
Not a bad piece of advice. Just a thought, Peggy. You could continue if you really want, but just a small idea. Just a little injection. What if you didn't stab him? Man, episode 8 and I still don't know this guy or half of these characters' names. I know all their faces and all their roles in the story. But yeah, I've done shit with the names this series.
Did you spit in this?
What?
I was gonna say, it looks like it has been spat in.
Red-headed man and a blonde woman driving a blue Lincoln.
White couple?
Wondered if the guy did spit in the water there. What a fucking douche if he did.
I'm not sure I want to serve alcohol to a man who doesn't want to be an American.
Ah, okay, so he definitely spat in the water then.
Where are you going, Geronimo? Huh?
You gonna grab your bow and arrow there?
I'd love to see him just kill all three of these pricks.
Huh? Oh, now hold on.
That's fair justice. Take that, you pieces of shit.
I called the cops.
Yeah, that's fair. Wouldn't the other guys kill him? I'm happy with that outcome. Oh, fuck. This'll be what they were talking about last episode as well, when they were saying that cops caught up with them and there was 2 wounded. I'm liking the little story fill-ins we're getting this episode.
Pee in my pants like a half-wit. I got rights here.
He's right on the Geneva Convention.
The underworld would be very interested if they abided by the Geneva Convention, but I do not think Ed and Peggy need to worry about that.
Come on. No.
Does that mean Ed's got to pull his dick out?
Come on. Well,
it's tough work, but someone's got to do it.
I'm helping you out here. Don't look at me. I'm out.
This would be the hardest to take piss of all known time.
Oh, sweeties.
Peggy just facing the wall and thinking of life spring, being the best horse she can be while she can hear piss entering a kettle behind her head. Now there's a fucking life spring for you.
Okay, I'm gonna go make the call. You'll be okay?
Affirmative.
I think he was asking Dodd that question, not Peggy.
Hey, doll. I got some Chablis on ice.
Had we ever seen that woman before? I don't think we had. I guess because his phone call with Mike was interrupted by him seeing the patrol car and wanting to get off the phone. Does that mean Mike missed out on acquiring Dodd Gerhard? Because it doesn't seem like Mike's coming to get him. And it seems like Ed's still now trying to directly contact the Gerhard's estate.
How about a pack of cards? Just 39 cents.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
What a G, a pack of bicycle playing cards. Now that's a fucking deal. I'd have showed him a few tricks if he'd have done that for me. I have never seen Dodd look so vengeful. If he gets out of this, Peggy is fucking dead.
Hey there.
He looks a bit defeated though. I don't think he's going to be able to get out of all those ropes. He's going to have to wait until they untie him.
Hello?
Oh gosh, did I wake ya?
No, I'm...
Right, Constance is the woman she was going to Life Spring with. I get it.
I did have kind of a breakthrough. Like a vision, you know? I can see things a whole lot more clear now.
This woman doesn't want to hear any of your Life Spring breakthroughs, Peggy. How are you going to claim you had a breakthrough on the same day you stabbed a dude twice?
We're out in the woods here, not far, but like I said, we had some trouble and we're heading out.
Out in the woods, but not that far. That gives them a little bit of information to work from.
Maybe I should send him to you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Real eye-opening stuff.
Oh shit, is this gonna work?
It's no problem. You said you're close. I'll just... Where are ya?
I think she's blowing it now. She's coming on a little bit too strong.
Southwest, near Vermilion, the lake. It's a kind of cabin.
Fucking hell, Peggy. If you cannot spot something up at this point, this is your own fucking fault.
I'll call you as soon as it's over, okay? I'll give you a call. Okay.
Yeah, but...
Okay, bye.
She tried her best. I hope Native American guy doesn't fuck her up for this.
I tried. You heard.
Oh, don't cut away from that. Please tell me you didn't kill that woman. She might be a bit of a life-spring douche, but she doesn't deserve to die.
Stop looking at us.
Where am I supposed to look?
Just close your eyes.
That would be a bit creepy.
Don't you do it.
Hey.
They better hope Dodd never gets out of these ropes. They're treating him like shit. Not complete shit, but you know, just to be disrespected of these two civilians for days and days. Like, one of them's held his cock and made him piss in a kettle. He's coming for blood, and definitely not a cup of coffee.
Go get him, hun.
Makes you second guess Peggy a bit looking at that cup, doesn't it? Did you rinse the kettle, Peggy? Or is that coffee tainted with piss? Why do they always give creepy high-ranking Nazi commandos circular-rimmed glasses? Strange trope. I want to see them wearing those feminist ones that point upwards at the edges. Change the game. Make your own rules.
Smoke.
Oh, she's got the cunning observational skills of a hawk.
Take that, you Nazi rat.
Yeah, Four Eyes, take that, glasses haver. I feel like World War II films are secretly prejudiced towards the visually impaired. I wonder if you tallied up the statistics in all movies, like maybe combining the stats of men who wear glasses combined with how many of those characters died, if we can find some deep-rooted unnoticed prejudice toward glasses havers in cinema. Let's get on that. Then we can all create Twitter accounts and hate people for no reason. Yay! Shit. Peggy, you're in fucking trouble. The movie wasn't that fucking good. I mean, we all hate people with glasses, but we can watch them be murdered anytime. Just look out your window, Peggy.
Well, you know what, sir? I might just call over to the other side, see if they want them.
What the fuck? If you were Mike and you saw that newspaper, you would be out at that hotel pronto. Is he that high profile? He shouldn't really be out on missions if he's on the radar to that extent. But Chieftain is a cool mafia title. I feel like the mafia would have had less snitches if instead of Underboss, for example, swap that title out for Chieftain. Instead of Capo, swap it out for Grand Gymnastics Professor. You know, get the shit sounding cool. Imagine the government having to try the Grand Gymnastics Professor of the Italian Colombo crime family. He would backflip his way out of that court toward freedom.
Today's your lucky day, Mike. I've got Dad Gerhardt.
Right, okay, so now it all makes sense. We've finally caught up. So Ed did legitimately try to call the Gerhardt HQ first, couldn't get an answer, so now I guess he's just giving him to the highest bidder, essentially.
Well, I got the whole Gerhardt family after me, and I need you to make him stop.
And again, I've just realised, so he doesn't even have Dodd in the trunk, because Dodd has since escaped and he's on the loose at Ed's house while he's making this call. Man, this is gonna get interesting.
I'm not afraid to do it again. Maybe you heard of me, the Butcher of Laverne?
I have heard of you.
Fucking loving Ed getting into this moniker. Oh. I could watch 5 seasons of Ed getting behind this Butcher of Laverne shit, opening up a nice big old butcher shop and going to work on the townsfolk. Be like a modern Sweeney Todd. You know, as annoying as she is, I do hope that Dodd has not brutally murdered Peggy by the time Ed gets home. Not that she doesn't technically deserve it for shanking him while he was bound. I just hope he takes a bit of mercy on someone who is clearly not built for that type of war.
There's a bar a mile or so up the road. You could potentially meet a fat-type girl there.
Well, thank you very much. I'll check out that bar right now.
Look, if you're not going to buy something, well, I think you should leave.
Is it just me, or is it because of the way the shopkeeper looks and shit? This is reminding me so much of the No Country for Old Men scene. He's gonna bring out a coin in a second.
Heavyset, like you said, comes in and says, we're going crazy down there at the lake.
I think that's all the information the Native American guy's gonna need. He'll find them. But think about this potential Mexican standoff we've got cracking at the lake house, because Peggy's there, Dodd is there now escaped, Ed's returning, Mike's meeting them there, and now Native American guy's gonna show up. This shit is going to be crazy. He'll notice the paper now the guy's left the shop, obviously. A little bit slow on the uptake there, suspenders.
Hun?
Shit! That was a perfect lassoing there by Dodd. Holy shit.
Look at your kings of war. Napoleon, Kublai Khan, Samson.
I wonder why he just left Peggy unconscious under the bed like that. That's a recipe for disaster.
I think Satan is a woman. Think about it.
Oh, they'd fucking love you on TikTok, Dodd. Oh, fuck. That made me wince. It takes a lot to make me wince. That looked fucking sore. There was some brutal effects in that little section. Also, Peggy is a psychopath, but also a resourceful bad motherfucker.
Are you okay?
What an absolute hero. She's crazier than a bag of cats, but she's still fucking cool. Plus, a woman that absolutely insane, I bet the oral sex is... Why is it always the insane ones?
Step away from him now.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, thank Christ.
Game over now.
Sit down, both of you.
What if we say no?
I'm surprised he isn't just killing them both on sight.
I can't feel my legs.
Have they paralysed Dodd?
Haircut. Something professional. Shorter, like on the sides and back.
I think you look good with it.
Get me to a goddamn hospital.
Oh my god!
What the fuck? Why has he just shot Dodd?
Can you do it?
Yeah, you better cut his hair.
Ed, can you make sure our guests may be thirsty?
What?
Yeah, people tend to get a little bit thirsty after headshotting members of their own crime syndicate. It happens. Tiring work.
Professional, you said.
Yeah.
It must be tense for them because they will have no idea what his motivation is. Just like us, the audience. I have zero idea why he would kill Dodd and keep Ed and Peggy alive. I know why he's asking Peggy for a haircut. It's because his face is in the fucking paper. That part's obvious. But the rest, I am clueless. All I know is all these people better be careful if Mike's going to be showing up with a kitchen brother. Oh shit, it's Lou and Ted dancing. Peggy is a fucking maniac. She even went for him. She is kind of fearless in her insanity. She has legitimately saved Ed's life twice now. What a way to end it. Wow. So, episode 8, Lop Lop, what did I think of that? I feel like this was one of the most contained episodes we'd had so far, and that it just solely seemed to focus basically on the whole storyline between Ed, Peggy, Dodd, Mike, Lou and Ted dancing on their tail, etc. But it was definitely completely from the point of view of Ed and Peggy, which was quite interesting because we saw very little of them last episode. So this episode basically filled us in on everything they did that we didn't get to see on screen. Absolutely crazy how they were treating Dodd. Even Ed was starting to get a bit of confidence in some of the things he was saying, referring to himself by his nickname, the Butcher. Peggy talking down to Dodd and then stabbing him twice when he was rude. This was the episode where I fully realised, okay, Peggy is truly a bit left of centre for sure. Not quite right. I mean, she seems like a nice enough person, but the fact that she can be so disassociative while stabbing a man just shows like truly she is not quite all there. And yeah, that was like one of 3 badass things she did this episode, because later on when Dodd got free, she was the one again, attacked him with the knife and helped get Ed free, and then at the very end when the native guy had the gun pointed shooting out of the window, she stabbed him with the scissors. She doesn't give a fuck. She will attack you if you give her a chance. The Life Springs jutsu coming in clutch again. And I also like the fact that it did show Ed tried to offload Dodd to the Gerhards first, and then he got in touch with Mike when he couldn't get in touch with the Gerhards. I'm still waiting for Mike to show up at this lake house as well. Like, who knows how crazy this lake house is gonna get, but yeah, that was already an insane finale. And I 100% did not expect Dodd to die in this episode. I maybe expected him to die, you know, episode 10 or something, but yeah, it was just shocking how instantly he was shot in the head by the Native American guy, who had some great scenes this episode, but it raises a larger question for me. Why? He seemed so loyal to the Gerhards. He seemed loyal to every single one of them. He seemed like the best suited to actually aiding in a war, as was shown a few episodes ago when he took out, you know, one of the Kitchen brothers and the negotiator. So I just have no idea what's caused him to want to switch sides and get Dodd out of the picture. Absolutely no idea what would benefit him siding with Ed and Peggy. It's just really confusing. I'm sure we'll find out next episode or over the next few episodes, but yeah, for the remainder of this week, I am left completely in the dark. And then of course, when we thought things couldn't get any more hectic, Lou and Ted Danson show up, a little bit of a shootout ensues, Native American guy once again is one step ahead and out of the back door just seconds before they bust in. And that is where we ended, but I guess that means that Ed and Peggy have got to be under arrest now. There's no way Lou and Ted Danson leave them there with yet another dead body in one of the residences they're currently in, and don't take them to jail. So I'm assuming that episode 9 is going to start with Ed and Peggy back behind bars, but there's only one way to find out, and I cannot wait because this episode was amazing. If you've liked this video, click like, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, ring the bell to be notified as to when they drop. If there's anything you want to talk about, comment down below and share this around to anyone you think might appreciate it or want to watch these reactions along with us. My Patreon link is down in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to my blog, you get access to these reactions I put on YouTube a month and a half in advance, and you also get access to full-length versions of everything I react to. So consider becoming a patron, it helps me and my channel out so much, and until next time, I have been BA, peace.